Very long morning, you guys. Today we are going to be talking about the hardest lesson that I've ever had to learn in business. So this is going to be good. It's going to be juicy. And I know that it's going to help everybody, and I don't care what kind of business you have, or if you don't have a business at all yet, it's something that you need to know 100%. First things first, if you are watching on YouTube, or the tubes, as the kids call it, go ahead and click on the subscribe button and then also hit the bell so you are the first to find out whenever new videos come on. If you are not on the tubes, then go over to the tubes, search my first and last name, click on the subscribe button, and then also click the bell so you are the first to know whenever new videos come on. Boom, pow. There we go. All right. So you guys, what we're going to talk about is one of the hardest lessons that I've had to learn in business. And it's very succinct, but let's go ahead and talk about it. The hardest lesson, you guys, is that not everybody is like you. And that sounds maybe strange, but we as humans tend to look at the people around us and assume that they're going to do things as we would do them because we don't know any different, right? We have our own responses to things. We have our own way that we would act and our own expectations of ourselves. And we can't help but assume that other people think/feel the same way because we don't have a different vantage point. Does that make sense? So what in specific, the problem, like where the problem actually comes in from here is that in my own business, one of my first go-rounds, because I've had a number of different iterations of my own business, right? So one of my first go-rounds, I hired somebody who was a friend. So this goes back, I mean, you can go back to the hiring friends and family video on YouTube. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You can look at that, but I hired a friend. They needed some work and I needed help. So I hired them and I thought that they were going to carry like my own work ethic into things. I thought that they were going to care about my business the way that I cared about my business. And it just didn't happen, you guys. So the biggest lesson, the hardest lesson to learn in business is that we can't treat the people around us that are working with/for us. We can't treat them like we can't just assume. Let's say this. I need to say it straightforward here. We can't just assume that they have the same ethics and work ethic and care for our individuals and our clients and things like that. We can't assume that they have all of that because what you're going to find out is that they don't, okay? If they don't, I have people that I work with right now that I have 100% trust with everything. And that's because they've earned that trust, right? Like we've gone through enough situations where it's been proven over and over and over again that they have my best interest in mind, but they also have my client's best interest in mind. They want to make sure everybody is fully served, and that is really good stuff. But the hardest lesson is finding out that somebody that you trusted and that you thought was going to be a really good fit in your organization actually doesn't really care, is only there for the money, and I even had somebody at one point try to take, they claimed ownership of like half of the business. They claimed that they should own half of the business, which is really funny because that stuff starts to happen at some point. Whenever people see you making money, all of a sudden they feel like they need to have some of it too. But here's the deal. When you're paying somebody, that doesn't make sense. When you're already paying somebody for the work done, it doesn't make sense that they would, get half of your business. But also, this is something else, man, we need to talk about this. Because as your businesses grow, if you're in my organization, the Home-Based Revolution, if you're in that, your brand, if anything, is going to start growing, okay? And you're going to start needing help here and there, okay? That's why this conversation matters so much, is because I want to tell you what's coming down the road before it comes, so you aren't blindsided by this stuff whenever it happens. So people will say that they deserve part of your business or something like that. Whenever that happens, kindly remind them that they weren't the ones that took the risk, okay? Employees oftentimes will say, well, you're growing and I'm working in this company, so I should get part of this. You do get part of it because you get paid, right? And I'm totally all for bonus structures. I'm totally all for when their job is pushing the needle on the growth of the business, they get paid more as the business is growing. I'm all for that all day long. That's direct compensation. It helps build the business. It helps build the company. It helps keep everybody's head in the game, right? You're all focused on this one thing. But here's the thing, you're going to have a bad apple probably at some point that's going to say, well, I deserve, 25% of the company or whatever. Somebody that just watched too much Shark Tank and thinks that it's a negotiation, right? They don't remember, they don't realize that you are the one that put up all of the money and all the risk in order to build this business in the first place. That you are the one that worked, however many hours a day in order to build this thing up in the first place, right? That's all of that risk. Nobody thinks about that. They just see the business growing and they're like, well, I want a part of it. No, that's not how that works. So just let me, use some of my swagger if you need to, because as your brand is growing, there's likely going to be at least one person that's done that. There's been 3 that have done it to us. And honestly, the reason why I think that it happened for us anyway is because I am so open and transparent with, I give praise, I give edification, I tell people they're doing a great job. Sometimes somebody will take that and say, oh, you need me that much. Oh, I'm the reason this is happening. No, listen, I'm giving you confidence. I'm giving you compliments. I'm calling out, I'm speaking life over you. That doesn't mean you get to take half of my business because I'm speaking life over you. So just understand the landscape. Okay, you guys? Now, hopefully, you're not freaked out to build your brand. Here's the thing. If you watch the video that I did before about working with friends and family, I would totally 100% suggest watching that video now. You can go to YouTube and look it up. I would 100% recommend watching that video now because I tell you in that video, excuse me, I tell you in that video what have been the main differences between when I did bad hires and when I did good hires. And I will tell you without any doubt, without any hesitation or reservation right now, that my team that I have, they're friends and family and they're amazing and they all work hard and they're people that I want. Good, there's a fly in here. They're people, really? They're people that I want to be working with and I'm proud to be working with, and that I'm not concerned that they're going to do anything like that, right? But it's something that you need to it's something that you need to think about going into it, because that was the hardest lesson for me to learn. Because how I am trustworthy, I am ethical, I am always seeing the bright side of things. I have, obviously a positive mindset. I want to help other people. I only look for win, 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 win situations. If anybody in a situation loses, I'm out of the game. I don't want to be involved in that, right? So that's how I operate. So I naturally assumed before that everyone else was like that. And so whenever I brought people in, I was like, okay, well, they're going to be working with me. They're going to adopt this. Well, that's not necessarily the case. And that was the hard lesson to learn. Super quick, if you are not in a place where you are going to be growing yet and want to be growing those finances, here's the deal. Boom. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for my Facebook business page, Living the Dream with Martha. Message me the words case study. We're going to have a quick conversation and be able to let you know whether I think I'm going to be able to get you the results that I guarantee. The results that I guarantee are that you're going to make $10,000 a month within the first 6 months, or I work with you until you do. Second one is my own personal record is that I made $100,000 a month within 6 months. So if you break that record, then I'm just going to refund the entire thing back to you anyway, okay? But that is where, like, let's start growing these personal brands, you guys. And you may be sitting here thinking like, so a personal brand means I need to be like selling things and whatever. You don't need to know anything about that. Okay, you can come into it just desiring to have multiple income streams from home. That's all you need. All I need from you is to say, yes, I'm ready to make a change. Yes, I'm ready to take control of my life, of my family's financial situation. I'm ready to develop a personal economy is what I call it, because even through all of this stuff that's going on in the world, we have done nothing but grow, 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 grow. And that's because we have developed a personal economy with our own brand. Whatever is going on in the economy outside of us, I got nothing to do with. And it has nothing to do with me either, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to build that out where you don't need to worry about whatever is going on out there, okay? You shouldn't have to worry about that. Any sort of fear around that stuff is a narrative that's being told to you about how you should feel, and you believe it or you don't believe it. There's that. Let me get rid of this. Boom, pow. All right, let me go through comments. Hello, Delroy. Good morning. Seeing all these good mornings. We got a boom pow from Kimberly. Kayla, I love/hate when you hit exactly what's been on my heart today. Oh, love/hate. I know. I'm sorry, also not sorry for your love/hate, right? These are the things that like we have to call it out. I'm not going to let you guys blindly walk into a bush of thorns, okay? I'm going to say, hey, look, this bush of thorns is here, so go ahead and armor up, gear up, or go around the bush. I'm going to show you how to go around the bush, or if you're going to walk into it anyway, at least know it's coming and put on some padding. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to let you just walk into it knowing that it's coming, but not telling you and having you just go through this stuff. That's not how I'm going to let you guys roll. Megan, yikes. Yes, girl. It was crazy. We've had a couple dramatic situations where it looked like it could have just been a sitcom or something, but not funny. So what is that? A drama? Jasmine. Oh man, isn't that the truth? Lori, thank you for prepping us so well. That's just how I roll, you guys. Candy, good morning, Martha. Finally made it to a live. Boom. Michelle, watch too much Shark Tank. Love your teaching and humor. That's the first, whenever this person said, well, I think that I deserve 50% of your business, I was like, the first thing I thought was like, man, you watch way too much Shark Tank. This is why would you deserve 50% of like, what does that even mean? Do you even know what the books look like? Do you even know what number that would be? Like, come on. And then also why? Amanda, we had an employee once who thought she would just show up for a position that she made up. Oh my. Stop. People are hilarious, you guys, but they'll do what they're almost like, it's almost like people, they get in their own head, all right? And then they get into an echo chamber of their friends and they talk to them and their friends are like, yes, men, right? And they're like, yeah, they're right, you're right, you're right, you're right. And then they're like, well, I'm going to do this. Whether it actually serves the business or not, that's so funny. But I forgot what I was going to say. That's fine, whatever. But that is a riot. Oh, it's like they turn into toddlers and they're just like, well, I'm going to do this thing. And then if you just allow it, Because here's what a lot of business owners do. They don't love confrontation because they didn't create a business to manage people. This is a big deal, actually, you guys. They didn't create a business to manage people. They created a business because they wanted to serve, because they wanted income, da 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 da. They didn't create it to actually manage people. So there are people like that person, Amanda, that can do that, and then the business owner is just going to be like, well, I guess this is what we're doing now. Because they don't know, they can't handle confrontation, and this person just steamrolled them, and then now they're just going to get what they want. It happens all the time. And so that person was just trying to do that with you guys. I've had people try to do it to me, and that's the thorny bush, you guys. So pay attention to the thorny bush. Or uproot the thorny bush. That's what I do. I dig it out. I dig it out and I get it out whenever I see a thorny bush. That's maybe not a sound bite I want anybody to keep. Talita, good morning. Corrine, that's so crazy, girl. Yes, Amanda, been there, done that. Family and friends are tough to work with. If you gotta be doing it right for sure. Marilyn, love it when you get fired up. Oh man, Corrine, LOL, you and swatting at those flies. Man, if you want to laugh, you need to go to YouTube and look up, what is it? The RV. It's like an RV guy or RV man. So search that term and then flies. You're going to lose your mind. Do not be drinking anything. You're going to spit it out. It's a riot, okay? You have to watch it. Have to watch it. I think it's like RV Man and then also flies. It's a guy doing a bunch of commercial shoots, but there's a bunch of flies. Mike and I quote it all the time because there's always flies. Michelle, Iowa nice. Yep. Dasha, so good to listen to this. I'm so glad you're listening. Kimberly, this has been so amazing. Boom. Let's see. Amanda, loving this group. It is so worth it. Thank you. Oh, let's see. Everyone should consider this HBR program, which is the program, the case study. At least learn about it. I bet you will say, yes, of course. The personal growth and development is mind-blowing, and that makes the system and teaching so much easier. Do it. That's the thing. I help you guys, well, Heather and I help you guys get into the right mind state first, and then you can do the things. I don't care what course you buy. I don't care if it's from Albert Einstein himself. If he's just going to tell you how to do things, you're not going to be able to do it. You can't do it until you can believe you can do it. So mindset needs to be the very first thing. So Heather and I show you, help you remember who you are, show you that you can do these things, and then tell you how to do the things. It doesn't work the other way around. It doesn't work at all if you don't do that. Oh man, just looking at different comments here. Kimmy, I have so much confidence from you. I love how you just so low-key tell us this stuff. It's gold, right? I'm just going to let you know what I've gone through. Kimmy, I have loved our case study chat. I can't wait to dig in and do the things. Boom! Jasmine, I've had employees and friends that have done it, and we actually helped, and we built her a position, literally built. She hardly showed to build it. Meanwhile, was moonlighting with another company who promised her a partnership. She left us eventually and had it worse at her new space. She still hates us. Oh my goodness. Wow. Uproot the thorny bush. Get it out. Denise, I hate confrontation. I get it. Ginger, my first live with you. Love it. Well, good morning and welcome to my world. This was a saucy one to join in on. Okay, you guys, I have to get this done before 20 minutes. You guys have the best day. I will see you later. Bye-bye.